Welcome back to vlog 111. I'm just going to be spending some me time and so what I end up getting up to today, I managed to do my arm meditation. I did it for a very small amount of time, but I think maybe 10 or 12 arms in. I was able to clear out a little bit of that anxiety build up that I was getting. And on top of that, I managed to do my cognitive therapy thing on my paper. I didn't get around to doing any walking today, but I set up a sponsorship that I had to start because of yesterday having to buy a new AC, and as everybody knows, ACs aren't cheap. Yeah. Today, mental health wise, I'm on the middle ground. So trying to make sure that I'm okay. And so I'm challenging every negative thought, and trust me, it is in bulk supply today. But I know you guys are here to support me, look after me, as you usually are, as I'm here for you too. You know, I even had another thought literally just pop into my head now. That's a pretty strong one. This is the one that popped straight into my head. So that's what came into my mind. I should quit daily vlogging and work on weekly vlogs, as I would be able to do more. So what's the pros and cons of that? In my brain, I will look at the pros, right? So pros of daily vlogging. Well, I'll break it down actually. So it's 3 thoughts in one. I should quit daily vlogging, get rid of the joiner word and, work on weekly vlogs. So 2 separate thoughts combined into one sentence. And get rid of the as, and so I've separated that one sentence that came to my brain into 3 talking points. And I've got to tackle these. So I should quit daily vlog. I'm going to put up a new one called feelings. And the first feeling would be inadequacy. So I should quit daily vlogging leads to inadequacy. So that's the first feeling. And event, it's a pain in the stomach again. So pain in stomach. Now it's telling me, so I should quit daily vlogging. So what's the pros and cons to that? If I quit daily vlogging, okay, look at the pros. The pros is I can work on weekly vlogs. That's what happens. So then I put an arrow at the bottom that leads straight to it. I guess that's a pro in a way, because I can make better content because I have the whole week. But the main problem I'll have then, it'll turn from a daily streak into a weekly streak. So it'll still be a streak. So first negative thought that goes to my brain is I break my streak. But then that gets crossed off because it gets converted to a weekly. The whole point of the streak is to remain consistent. So it becomes weekly instead, which then leads to, well, it's weekly instead. We're still able to do more content. So that's honestly the cons. One of the cons is I break my streak. Another con is I lose motivation. So that's another thing that happens. So I lose motivation. But now I'm going to challenge that thought. If I lose motivation, the thing is I won't, because I would still be considering the streak, because I can't lose motivation. I have to make a video this week. So it would go back to being weekly instead. and then the thought would become irrelevant. So these are all the cons done. So it become weekly, and then it then aligns with the other thoughts. What's the evidence for and evidence against? Sorry. I have nothing. I've only got cons for that. Work on weekly vlogs. What's evidence for and evidence against? But work on weekly vlogs. Well, I can tell a story, first of all. Be able to tell stories better. It's like a question mark. I'm not even sure about that one. But that one's probably be able to tell stories better. I'm like, I don't know. Well, that's just saying that my daily stories aren't that good. Little jigsaw puzzles forming into another jigsaw piece, into another big piece, into another bigger picture, and I feel like daily vlogging is like that. And I don't feel like many people do this content, so I should quit daily vlogging. I think not, because it's a daily motivator. Every single day you wake up, even if you miss a couple of episodes, you're able to tune in on the current one. And you're not really missing much on the previous unless you want to find out what's going on in the previous one. I should quit daily vlogging, should just be crossed off, because it's content that no one does. And it's content that I'm comfortable doing. Like today, for example. Where'd all this time come from? Why do I need more time? I've got heaps of time. I can work on a side project, so I can record these daily vlogs, and I can also take parts of this daily vlogs into a weekly montage. You know, week 1 recapped, week 2 recapped, etc., etc. I can do that, so we could change that. So I'm going to cross off I should quit daily vlogging, because I think it's an irrelevant thought. But I can still work on weekly vlogs, so I feel like that's a tick. That's a good one. I should work on weekly vlogs. I don't really see any evidence against, other than more positive motivation to want to do it. I would be able to do more. Well, we just cut off the instead, and then we can do like a weekly thing. We can add on to additional content. Maybe people will like the longer form episodes where I recap my entire week instead of just the dailies. And then we have a lot more content going on for the week. And I feel like that's actually a good idea. So work on weekly vlogs seems like a great idea. Work on weekly vlogs. This is a great idea. It's good for recap. Good for recap. That's a positive. We just turned an idea that was originally negative into a very positive idea. What's the date today? 11th of February. 11th of February 24. I agree with that, and it's a good idea. It's good for recap, so I would be able to do more. Well, I just think I should just cut out I would be able to do more and just say do more. Right? So I have an arrow that just goes down to do more. And so work on weekly vlogs, do more. So I just restructured it into working a little bit harder. I should quit daily vlogging? No, because that's how I get the story pieces for my weekly vlog. I don't know if I'm even doing this cognitive therapy right, but yeah, that's what's causing the pain. So I'm trying to restructure the negative thoughts. Anyway, guys, that's what I've been able to do. And I ended up getting it all done. So if you did end up liking this video, well, make sure you guys do check out my next video in this series, which would be daily vlog 112. Don't know what I'll be doing. Hopefully going out, maybe having a swim. We did some meditation, we did some cognitive therapy today, and walked you through one of my cognitive therapy sessions and how my brain works just a little bit, trying to restructure thoughts. Maybe, give it a shot for yourself and see how it goes. I'm doing this for my depression, and maybe it might help you. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and bye for now.